Hey collective, welcome back to Cusp of Roses for your new moon solar eclipse on the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius. I thank you guys so much for tuning in to my channel. Thank you guys for all your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscriptions. They truly do mean so much. If you are new here, welcome. Please make sure you read through the description box below, okay? It's going to have everything you need to know to get the most out of this particular reading series and any other series here on my channel. How to align your energy with it based on the placements in your natal chart, and also how to figure out those natal chart placements. All of that is in the description box, so make sure you guys are checking that out. For those of you that have been here with me for a while, thank you guys as always for tuning in, hanging out with me, showing your love, and I do appreciate it and send it right back to you. But I'm going to invite everybody that will be tuning in to go ahead and offer up some gratitude before we get into these energies. Whether that be through affirmation, intention, prayer, maybe a moment of silence, stillness, meditation, whatever really feels right for your energy in the now moment, go ahead and get started with that. And I'm going to do the same. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Holy Spirit, the Ascended Masters, my Ascended Ancestors, and all holy angels, thank you so much for being here with me. And with the collective here on YouTube for this Scorpio Sagittarius new moon eclipse energy that'll be lingering in our collective vibration over the next 6 months. I thank you so much, Divine, for clearing my energy, allowing me to channel the most important messages that the collective here on YouTube needs to hear in regards to this new moon eclipse energy in Scorpio and Sagittarius. And I thank you so much, Divine, for that clear guidance, for your grace, your love, your mercy, and protection always and forever. And so it is. All right. I'm going to do 3 shuffles here, collective. And we will get a gist. Alright, what new moon energy is here for the collective, Divine? You have, what is this? Vibration of 9. Can you guys see that? Vibration of 9, also known as the Rose's Kiss. This is water energy, sacral chakra energy. 9 being a number of lessons, 9 being an independent number. 9 being also the ending to something or a new beginning. 9 also being connected to the energy of faith, perspective. Some of you may be feeling very sensual under this new moon energy. Feeling like there's a lot of emotional changes that might be happening, right? Change is always tethered to eclipses, okay? Solar eclipses, more specifically, are about a revolution. It's about a breakthrough, right? It's a whole new vibration, new chapter, new way of being, new way of existing. Some of you may be incorporating a more softer energy, or maybe just feel a little bit more, yeah, they're just telling me soft. Like rose is soft, like rose petal soft, right? As thorny as the stem can be, right? It also helps you appreciate just how soft and velvety, right, a rose petal is to touch, to feel. So there's a lot of touch, a lot of feel. We'll read that one. I'm interested to see what that book says about it. We also have a royal you. This is fire energy, vibration of 16, breaking down into a 7. Look at all of that beautiful yellow vibration. I'm getting the energy of citrine, right? We are coming out of the month of citrine for November. But the royal you. Some of you are getting back to the truth of who you are as almost like, let me say this a little differently. Some of you are starting to see yourself the way God sees you, the way the divine sees you, the way the universe sees you. It's almost like this softness, this feeling, this kind of blooming open emotionally, whether that is being forced through a tower. Wouldn't be surprised if a tower moment comes, right? Or through the tarot when we get to it. Or if this has just been a natural evolution, right? A natural kind of flow that's just been evolving in the work that you've been doing. It's like some sort of touch, some sort of contact, whether that be with the divine, whether that be with your angels, whether that be with someone else, or even just within yourself. It's like really starting to feel, right? Like the skin really starting to get into just a deeper sensuality with your physical form for some of you. Others of you, this is a little bit deeper and into the spiritual realm, right? Because it's truly understanding the fire that is within you, the spirit that is within you. So we'll read that. I think I'm going to read them all from here on out, okay? Can I have one more? There it is. And you have time machine. Earth energy here with the vibration of 3. So all lower chakras coming out here for this new moon eclipse. So really working into our root energy. Okay, I'm going to put these in order by number and energy. So the vibration of 3, like I said, getting back into maybe who you are, aligning a little bit more with an authentic version of self, something that feels authentic, it feels very tangible, or there is just an energy or an emotion that's running through you that maybe hasn't been alive in your vibration in a while. So feeling things from a time ago, or maybe really being pulled a little into the future here, especially with that Sagittarius energy. Some of you might be getting glimpses of your future self and or what's to come for you under this eclipse energy. So pay attention to your dreams, because this definitely feels like a portal into time. So maybe moving into other dimensions, again, getting into a more futuristic view of self, where maybe the energy has been very focused on the past versions of you. It feels like that past energy has, it's like it's almost like caught up to where you are now, which is unlocking, opening, again, allowing the present moment to be real and tangible. So where maybe it just felt like it was hard to stay grounded in the now, I feel like this new moon is offering that space, that void, right? Of like, okay, in this void, there's no more unhealthy tethers or connections or ties to the past. Now you're in the present, which allows you to really kind of carve out the future, right? A royal you. So we have root chakra energy, sacral chakra energy, and solar plexus energy. For those of you that might be new to chakras, there is a quick guide, reference kind of list at the bottom of my description box, okay? It's just the 7 main chakras that I'll talk about here on my channel. We connect to and have over 100 chakras, okay? But we're just focused on those main 7 here. So if you want to learn more about that, I do suggest that you do some research here. But let's read Time Machine. Crack this book open here. Okay, so the vibration of 3. Key concepts here with Time Machine: inherent patterns, conditioning, lessons already learned, cellular memory, honoring the past without being trapped there. Exactly what I was feeling, right? You've caught up, you've combed through the past enough to not be trapped there. Now you're being grounded in the present under this new moon. So it says, we rely on stories we inherit from our ancestors, our families, our culture, and the world around us to construct a map of our reality. As we develop new stories in life, we build on those old foundations, repair them when we can, or tear them down to begin again. The best and most powerful traits and experiences of your ancestors are yours to integrate into your life so you don't have to revisit their hardships or rectify their mistakes. You have a magical map with which to navigate your current circumstances. Look to the past for answers now. Ask yourself, in this situation, what can I learn from those who came before me? What traits can I emulate in order to move through this challenge with wisdom? How can I build on what I already know and integrate this understanding? What might I do differently? Sometimes you walk blindly into traps set in the past. Perhaps you couldn't see that you were repeating a pattern until you were well in it. The best course of action here is to rest, practice self-compassion, and make a conscious choice to do something differently next time. Clarity will come. Remember that if you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. History repeats itself only if you allow it. The most important thing is that you are becoming aware. Absolutely beautiful, right? You can make a different choice regarding how you respond to life right now. Yes, things may be awkward. Yes, things can be awkward and uncomfortable as old hurts are revealed and new solutions are attempted. The time is ripe for change, so keep going. Every step is important. Allies will rally, but in the end, you are the one you've been searching for. One day you will remember how your beautiful new story was just around the corner. Okay. Instead of reading them right away, I want to kind of get into some tarot first before we move into the next one, and then I'll read the Rose's Kiss, okay? All right, thank you so much, Divine. Please clarify this energy of time machine. Thank you so much, Divine. Please clarify this energy of time machine with the vibration of 3. What does the collective need to know about time machine? Okay. And the root chakra. Tell me more about this time machine energy. What are these patterns? Yeah, you have the King of Pentacles, first card out. Okay. First card out. So this could be patterns when it comes to your material world, how you engage with money, with time, with resources. Needing a bit of a review. Tell me more about this King of Pentacles. And then you have the Star. Wow. Aquarius energy, Capricorn energy here. Okay. There's something very cleansing about this Star energy. Do you see how that water is kind of flowing over their wings? And interestingly enough, the King of Pentacles is also in that same wing spread energy here. This is the Crow Tarot for those of you that are interested. Tell me more about this Star and the King of Pentacles for time machine. You have the Wheel of Fortune. So there's definitely change happening here. And like I said, this Wheel of Fortune acts as a compass, and that's exactly what that excerpt from the book talks about. You have a divine map here. You have a divine map, and that's also mirrored here with the Star, right? Just in the same way that people at sea used to follow the North Star for guidance. It's following the North Star, so head it towards your North Node energy. And again, if you don't know your North Node, you want to check out the tropical astrology link in my description box, okay? Tell me more about this King of Pentacles, the Star, and the Wheel of Fortune for time machine and this pattern. So it does feel, yeah, with the Star, like I said, it feels healing. So there is this opportunity, this chance, this happenstance, this portal, this window opening here under this Eclipse Energy Collective, where how you relate to your time, your money, your resources, how you apply it, what you take action on when it comes to those areas of your life, definitely needs a bit of tweaking, a little bit of fine tuning here, okay? Remember, traditionally, the star is depicted as a person pouring out water back into like a pond where they are, and then pouring it out on the ground, another vessel out on the ground. So there is some sort of, and I feel like here with the emotional energy, there's some emotional connection to money or to time that you maybe feel you don't have, or that you have too much of, or resources in that same respect. That just, again, it's like needing to pour out those old patterns, those old attachments. Again, like the book said, learning from those that came before you. How can you do things differently? It's that opportunity under this new moon, right? Jupiter energy, Sagittarius energy. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. Tell me more about this Wheel of Fortune for Time Machine. And again, mirroring that portal, right? That circle and then this circle. And I hope you guys can see it. It's not too bright. Let me know in the comments. The High Priestess. Wow, collective. And this is lessons learned, right? Key concepts that were under the time machine. Lessons that have already been learned. What can you pull from those before you and integrate as wisdom in this now moment with ever challenge? For some of you, it does feel like there just might be a challenge a little bit with how you're relating to the physical world and or your time, your money, and your resources. So whether there, and with this being the Wheel of Fortune, there might be an increase coming your way, collective, in one of those areas. And so it's almost like the divine not putting you on the spot, but giving you this opportunity to really apply what you know, what you've learned. Like I always say, you can read all the books in the world. You can take all the courses. You can stuff your brain with all the information, right? About a topic, about whatever. But if you don't apply what you know, if you don't apply what you learn, then it's almost a waste, right? That is what true wisdom is, applying what you've learned. And that's why also we go through multiple cycles of karma, right? Where we learn the same lessons, or we come across the same type of people or the same type of situations over and over and over again, because what is already known, what's already integral to who you are, High Priestess, what's written in your soul's blueprint, right, isn't being applied in your waking life. Okay, so apply this wherever it feels necessary, but it just seems like this is an opportunity. This is a window over the next 6 months to do things differently, okay? To change the direction. Like I said, it feels like a compass with this Wheel of Fortune, particularly in this deck, okay? To move into a deeper sense of alignment, the star, right? For some of you, it's also to understand that there are energies, and for some of you, there are energies, there are forces, there are angels, guides, your ancestors pushing you, pulling for you, right? In the spiritual realm. So for some of you, it's understanding that there is a higher purpose at play. High Priestess and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? Especially with the star. In the same way that you look up at the stars at night, the stars look down at you, right? You are an integral part of this universe, of this world, right? You deserve to be here. You deserve to be in this place. You deserve to receive all that you have, in the same way that a tree deserves to live, or a planet deserves to be in our solar system. It's all the same here. So again, pulling it in here, it just feels like there is some integral knowledge that you have, or that you were able to learn, or that you've gained in this now moment, okay, whenever you find this reading, that now needs to be applied to your day-to-day life. And I feel like if you can focus in on that information, if you can choose whatever it is, and it may be in multiple areas here, but for some of you, King of Pentacles, it's in your time and your money and your resources. If you can apply the lessons learned, utilize that wisdom, act in wisdom, move in wisdom, then you allow yourself to hop on that new timeline, that new cycle that doesn't keep you going around and round and round. It's like you get to break free from that. So for some of you, the exact situation that you're in now is a mirror of the exact situations that your ancestors were in, or that the people before you, your parents, your grandparents, right? And so it's like, here's a window to move that needle, that compass in a new direction. Okay. What's the overall message here for Time Machine Divine? Thank you so much. King of Wands. Yeah. New direction, new leadership. So and for some of you, where maybe the time, the money, the material world was the driving force, right? The attachment or connection to the material world is a part of some sort of karmic cycle here for those that I'm connecting with. It's now moving into being spiritually led, the King of Wands. Okay? So rather than taking action from what gives you the most gain in the material world, it's taking action from what's alignment with your soul, with your spirit, that fire, like I said, the royal you. Okay? All right. Beautiful, beautiful messages. Let's look into the Rose's Kiss now. Thank you so much, Divine. Again, water energy, all about, whoa, come on. For this deck, connections, sexuality, intimacy, birthing, desire, pleasure, feelings, and fluidity, okay? Like I said, all the feels. Vibration of 9 for my number people. So key concepts here. Joy, experiencing pleasure, deep satisfaction, and enjoyment. Desires acknowledged. 5, sensory reality. Okay? Take a deep breath and center on the feeling of joy. Can you allow your senses to awaken and connect with your innate desire to experience all that life has to offer? Pleasure is a part of life. Let yourself surrender to it today. Our modern times often present a false ideal of how we are meant to experience the world. Connections are lost and distorted by our over-reliance on technology. Just look around and see how few people actually maintain eye contact or engage in conversation. Instead of tapping away at a screen, pause and consider how you might make more intimate contact. Connecting with nature, enjoying the sensual pleasures of sex, and or being aware of the sensations of taste, touch, smell, sight, and sound may be important right now. How do your sheets feel? Can you reach out and feel the heat and softness of your companion animal? And, can you reach out and feel the heat and softness of your companion animal nestled beside you? Be present to another person, see them, and let yourself be seen. Your 5 senses are aching to be engaged with right now. This is an invitation to get out of your head and into your body. You may be a spiritual and intelligent being, but right now the emphasis should be on having a sensory experience. This is a sacred part of this gift of life. By being present to the sensual world, you invite an even deeper spiritual experience. Amazing, isn't it? Perhaps it really is time to stop and kiss the roses. Okay? Kiss the roses, smell the roses, like I said, touch and feel the roses. But that's actually very much so mirrored here, right? Disconnecting from the physical, not from the physical, disconnecting from the technology, how you were taught how to engage, right? And incorporating a more sensual, fire, touch type of sensory. I said sensory a lot, excuse me, y'all. But that's interesting. Yeah. So moving out of a more logical sense of interpretation of the environment around you and really digging into how it feels, right? Okay. Tell me more about this Rose's Kiss. Thank you so much, Divine. 10 of Cups, exactly. The emotions, that balance, that harmony, right? The feeling of being present. That's also a message I've been getting a lot with this 10 of Cups vibe. It's been coming out in my readings quite a bit. It's being present. Present to see the rainbow, present to touch the rain, to feel the ground, right? To connect, like it said, how do your sheets feel? Do you have a soft, fuzzy blanket? Putting on comfy clothes. It's that type of sensory connection that can also offer you a 10 of cups. Okay? Tell me more about this 10 of cups for the Rose's Kiss. You have the Fool, okay? Aries energy. And you also have the Page of Swords. Again, coming out of the logical mind, overanalyzing, reading into things, right? And sensing them more. Finding a new awareness, Page of Swords, about the environment around you. This newness with the Fool, a new cycle, like I was saying here with the Time Machine, an opportunity to start fresh. Right? So even in that Fool energy, again, how it's traditionally depicted, it's someone carrying lightly, moving forward lightly. And what's in that bag or whatever they are carrying over their shoulder, right, is the wisdom. It's the lessons that they've learned through previous cycles. Time Machine, over time. So what has time taught you, especially with the King of Pentacles? Yeah, Pentacles can also be, like I say, time. What has time taught you, collective? Reflecting on that and then learning those lessons, incorporating them, integrating them. And then feeling your way forward. King of Wands, sensing your way forward. The King of Wands has a very, very strong connection to the energy around them. So again, in order to tap into that energy, you have to be present in the now. Okay? And in every moment, in every now, right? There's always a new beginning. Every day is a new beginning. Every minute could be a new beginning for you under this energy, okay? So I do feel like this is going to be practice, okay? Meaning it's going to take some real conscious effort to retrain your brain, to really focus in on the now, okay? To allow yourself to engage, indulge in some form of pleasure, okay? Whatever that means for you. Tell me more about this Page of Swords and the Fool for the Rose's Kiss, Divine. Whoa, that flew out. You got the 5 of Cups. Yeah, so I just get the word disconnect. Some of you may feel really disconnected from your body in some way, shape, or form, or disconnected to those 5 senses. It feels like disconnect. So over the next 6 months, collective, put in the effort to really try to stay present. Stay present. Let what's faded, let what's spilt over in those 3 cups, let it flow out. But remember, you still have those 2 cups behind you, right? Which is essentially a 2 of Cups energy, which yes, can be partnership with others, but it's really talking about the duality within you. Merging that feminine and masculine energy, acknowledging all that you are, right? And again, for some of you, I feel like when the 10 of Cups came out, it was like, oh, I don't have anyone to experience the 10 of Cups with. I don't have people, or it's, you don't need that necessarily. Yes, having those types of harmonious relationships with others is definitely beautiful. It's necessary 100%, right? But not necessarily all the time. Some of you, what's more important here is having that sense of sensual connection with yourself. Because if you don't have that energy with self, then how can you partake and deal and connect with someone else? If you even do, it's not coming from a pure state of presence. Right? It's usually coming from a place of lack. 5 of Cups. Okay. And some of you under this new moon energy are coming out of a new way of viewing that type of relationship dynamic or connection with self. Oh, I didn't know I could build that harmony and that sensuality and that flow with just me. Feeling like you have to have other people in order to experience that state of being. And that couldn't be further from the truth. But again, it's something that is going to have to be practiced day in and day out here, collective, okay? And for some of you, with this being a 9, right? So like a 9 of Cups energy or a 9 of Pentacles energy, which is singular. And this 5 of Cups is just screaming, why don't I have? Right? Why don't I have that connection? Why don't I have that person in my life? Wow, like it, again, because there is a disconnect within self first. So anyone that you connect with is going to be from a disconnected place. It's not going to fully offer you this 10 of Cups. You're going to keep ending up at this 5 of Cups, disappointment. And again, disconnect is the word they gave me. So offer yourself a new beginning, right? Of connecting with the world around you, observing the world around you, pulling pleasure from what you see, what you feel, what you taste, what you touch, right? Some of you, this could even just be like romanticizing your day-to-day life, making that a habit. Okay, and that's not connected to anyone but yourself, right? Because you alone have the experience through your perspective, Page of Swords. So yeah, you might not see everything, right? What it is, it's having information with the page energy, but not seeing the full picture yet. Okay. But again, I just heard it takes time. Yeah, it takes time. But allow yourself to start that new beginning, though. This is the time to do it, especially under a Scorpio Sagittarius energy. On that cusp, if any time, this is the time to begin a new perspective, have a full revolution in who you are, how you show up for not only yourself, those that you love, the people around you, your community. Okay? What's the overall message here for a Rose's Kiss, Divine? Thank you so much. Okay, we got 2. The Hermit flipped over. Go within. Like I said, it's a singular energy mirroring the 9. 2 9s here. This 10 of Cups, although yes, it is harmony. It can be looked at as harmony in connections, right? It truly is within you. In order to even have a 10 of Cups manifest outside of self, it has to begin within. As above, so below. As within, so without. So some of you got to really dig deep over the next 6 months to get into alignment, right? To turn away from what's already happened, what's already spilled over, what can no longer be changed, right? The past, those 3 of Cups. And to focus in on those 2 behind you. Okay? All right. And then this one that came out, wow. The Hierophant. A lot of major arcanas under this new moon. The Hierophant. A new commitment to self. The Hermit. New commitment to self. To mirror that new energy, you got the Fool here, okay? All right, we'll get into our last energy. Let me just organize that. So we have the Royal U. Vibration of 16, breaking down into a 7. So 3, 7, and 9, all odd numbers, is the foundation energy here, collective, under this new moon. Okay, no, I went too far. Where are you? Here we go. Okay. Solar plexus energy, fire energy in this particular deck, okay? The Royal U, key concepts, sovereignty, responsibility, self-confidence, self-rule, ownership of your feelings and actions, a quiet sense of empowerment, being self-aware, not allowing outside influences, out of alignment with your truth. Powerful, right? Do you know what it means to express personal sovereignty in your life? It's about how you hold to your inner sense of worth and integrity, secure in your belief that you have a unique purpose. It's about feeling comfortable in your own skin, knowing who you are and that nothing outside of you can challenge your authentic self, the hard-won seat of awareness that you have earned. Okay, those are those lessons, right? You are the ruler of your mind, and you are being invited now to consider what discipline you need to apply your thoughts. Are they consistent with the values and beauty you intend for your life? It's important now to keep your focus on what's right and good for you as well as others. Challenges in your life at this time, no matter how large or small, must be met with a measured response. If life sends you a challenge, can you speak up and set your boundaries with grace and surety? Calm, intelligent leadership is called for now. Sovereigns know when to plan their battles, so stay out of unnecessary skirmishes? Ooh, I said smirkish. Ooh, Lord. Stay out of unnecessary skirmishes and strategically wield your personal power. Now is the time to lead from the heart, from your authenticity and integrity. Hold your head high and know your worth. That is the mark of a true sovereign. So like I said, some of you are really stepping into a deeper alignment with your authentic self. No longer, like it says, ruled by outwardly influences. King of Pentacles, Saturn, right? Capricorn, like I said, the 10th house, the world. So leaving the influence of the world behind to be led then by your spirit, King of Wands. It's time machine, okay? Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about this fire energy of a royal you for the collective. Tell me more about this fire energy for a royal you. Knight of Cups. Moving from a truly authentic space here, from a heart space. Taking action from what you feel is right for you. From a place of, I know what I'm worth. I know what's in my cup. I know that what's in my cup is valuable, right? Is abundant. You see the fish behind that crow? Knowing the abundance that you bring, knowing the abundance that you're tethered to, knowing what you have to offer, collective. It's that true sovereignty that no one, again, like it said, no one can challenge your true self so long as you're in tune and connected to that true self vibration and frequency. The Lovers. Not only about romantic love, but making choices from love. Choosing to act in love. Choosing to connect with the world around you from a space of love. And in order to do that, there has to be love of self, right? You have to know and love yourself, a royal you. A 6 here too, especially here with the 16. Tell me more about the Knight of Cups and the Lovers. So for some of you, this might be, okay, thanks, Divine. Some of you, this might be an offer that you want to extend over the next 6 months, okay? That either an offer is extended to you or you needing the confidence to extend an offer to someone. The Lovers, okay? So some of you, this like, again, like we were picking up here with the 5 of Cups. Well, I don't have someone. I don't have any connections. I'm alone. Hermit energy, right? Some of you have maybe been very committed to being in that hermit vibration until you reached that feeling of the 10 of Cups within yourself. Some of you, maybe that's a journey you've been on for a minute. How open are you now to receiving that 10 of Cups? Do you trust that you have that 10 of Cups vibration within you already? Do you trust that you're tethered to the vibration of love? It's the only way you're going to be able to trust what's coming towards you, or trust yourself enough to offer and extend something out, okay? Place yourself where you need to be. Thank you so much, Divine. Knight of Cups and the Lovers. Ooh. Major arcanas every time. Here we go. The Magician. So now you not only have a new beginning, 0, right? Fresh start. Whoa. You then move into manifestations. The Magician. The Magician knows what they bring to the table, right? That's why they have the cup at the table, the pentacles at the table, the sword is at the table, the wand is at the table. They have all that they need in order to create a new reality, in order to move forward, in order to manifest something. And it's all tethered to the divine, right? High Priestess, all tethered to the divine. The Star. Guided by that North Star, right? And like I said, for some of you that have been in this hermit mode, really trying to tap into the love around you, it's like that action of self-love, of really sensing and feeling who you are, is actually attracting you, pulling you into, or moving you towards a manifestation. Something that you desire. Okay? Star is also, Star card, they're pulling me back here. Star card is also a card of hope. So not losing hope that you are, again, tethered to the divine. It's not losing hope in who you are and what you're worth. Right? Letting go of those outside influences that tell you how to be, how to feel, how to think, and thinking for self, the Magician. I have everything I need to create my own thoughts, my own feelings, my own emotions, my own energy. It's what the Magician truly says. Tell me more about this Magician energy for the royal you. Some of you, this is bloodline. That just screamed in my ear. Some of you, this Magician energy, you come from magicians. And we're not talking magic tricks. We're not talking card games. We're not talking illusions in that way. No, you come from powerful manifestors. That's in your bloodline. The royal you. Okay? And so it feels like getting back in union, in partnership, in connection with that bloodline, with that energy, with that knowledge of self, High Priestess. Yeah, with that knowledge of self, the knowledge of your truth as a sovereign being, because all the Magician truly needs is the divine. There's no one else in the Magician card. It is always a singular energy, sovereign. I create my reality based on my thoughts, my feels, my emotions, my energy. Okay? Tell me more about this Magician divine for a royal you. Ooh, we're at 42. Oh boy, 43. More major arcana, the Chariot. What more can I say? Getting into alignment. This is the time. This is the new chapter the collective has been waiting for. This is the new beginning, right? So what, if you think even back to last year, right? When we had the solar eclipse in Sagittarius or Scorpio Sagittarius. Or was it Sagittarius Capricorn back then? Not very sure. But back at that previous solar eclipse in December, right? Think about where you were December 2020. And then look at where you are now. Have you advanced? That's what the Chariot is all about. Getting into alignment. So it does feel like there were some things here that weren't necessarily fully worked out, ironed over, sorted through, felt through here with the 5 of Cups. But under this new solar eclipse, now you get that new beginning. So you definitely have moved through or done the work here, collective, which is beautiful to see, in order to get on that chariot that's led by the divine and move forward and fly. What's very interesting, especially about this particular deck, you rarely see the crow in motion or the crow in air and flying. Some of you, there are some intentions that you have set, that you have been working on within yourself. And I feel like, again, with that hermit energy, understanding that above, so below, as within, so without. So working internally so that the energy around you can start swirling and aligning you with what it is that you desire and what it is that you truly are meant to experience in this lifetime. And again, for some of you, it's awakening to some sort of maybe even royalty in your own bloodline, right? And again, that comes from knowing yourself. Death. Huge transformation. Last card, and we'll end this reading, okay? Powerful. Okay, so again, no longer being in a sleeping state here, collective. This is huge. This is the transformation that you've been waiting for, you've been working towards, you've been aligning, you've been purging, you've been clearing your vibration for, clearing out your space, disconnecting from things that no longer serve you, the star. Realizing the star that you are, how powerful you are, your own sovereignty around your own life, your own reality, your own perspective, how you feel about things, all lies in your hands. Okay? So huge transformation here, collective, overall. This is like the phoenix rising type of energy, Scorpio. Scorpio at its highest evolved vibration is the phoenix. So no matter what fire burns, no matter what comes their way, no matter what's destroyed, always rising up stronger, brighter, right? Wiser for some of you. More in tune, more aligned, right? Scorpio energy faces death a multitude of times in one lifetime. They're constantly evolving if that's the energy and intention that they're putting out, the magician, which a lot of you have, or maybe even over Scorpio season, needing to set things in place, right? Needing to get your cup, needing to get your sword, needing to get the pentacle, needing to get the wand started activating in your consciousness. And so it's like, okay, I'm ready to hop on the chariot and move forward. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful energy as always, collective. I hope that this new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio and Sagittarius general reading served you well. Definitely let me know what connected with you in the comment section below if you'd like. No pressure there. But I thank you for liking this video. If you are still here, I do appreciate you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe so you can be notified, and make sure you have that bell turned on for my next live. I always put them out kind of before. I try at least 12 hours before I'm actually about to go live. So thank you guys so much again for tuning in. I love and appreciate you all. Happy new moon. I hope the next 6 months serve you well, but we'll be tuning into that energy, okay? As the new moon and full moon cycle through. So stay tuned for those, and I will see you all in the next one. Namaste.